Okay, so on this one, we've got two terms. We're supposed to factor this. Okay, so first step, every factoring problem is to ask, is there anything in common? We just always want to ask that first on every time we factor. We start with the question, anything in common? In this case, yes, 2, right? 2 goes into both of those. Okay, well, what do you do when you've got that? Remember, you put the common part in the front and you put the 1 parenthesis with something here and something there so that it would multiply to go back. Remember that? So that's going to be, I'll do it over here. It's going to be 2. And it's going to be x squared minus 16. You see how I did that? Because if you were to take that 2 times x squared, go back to x squared, and 2 times 16, go back to 32, wouldn't it? What I did there, I could do that more slowly. So I'm put the 2 out front, oops, blank, and blank with a minus sign in between. And then say, all right, 2 times what? Well, x squared. And then 2 times what? And that'll be 16. Just use your calculator. Just divide by 2 here. You'll get 16. It'll tell you. All right. Good so far. Now we're not done. 2 times x squared goes back to x squared, and 2 times 16 goes 32. So now we have step number 2. For the 2 terms, do the multiply thing, right? You look and you go, okay, what multiplies? Oh, yeah, and I should say, let me do 2 terms. Leave the common in the front. You're going to leave the common and leave the common in the front and 2 parentheses. So I left, so the next one, I'm going to leave the common in the front and I'm going to do the 2 parentheses. Okay. And we're going to do the multiply thing. So we're going to say, okay, what multiplies to be x, what in the front times front to be x squared? Well, x times x. And then in the back, what multiplies to be 16? What times what is 16? Well, 4 times 4. To make negative 16, we're going to have 1 positive, 1 negative, don't we? And that's it, we're done. That is the answer. See how that's right? See how x times x is x squared, and 4 times 4 is 16, and it's negative because positive times negative is negative. All right, so then we write that answer in up here. So the answer is 2x plus 4. Scribble it there. X minus 4. Either order, you could have the minus first and then the plus. It doesn't really matter. Hey, let me check just for interest's sake. It's not required at all, but let me prove it's really right. Now, how do you check when you have a common in front? Just leave the common sitting there for a minute, okay? And then just multiply out as one big parenthesis the other stuff. So do the 2 parentheses first. So we got x squared minus 4x. You good there? Right? This guy went boom and boom, right? First guy goes to both. Just leave the 2. We'll do the 2 at the end. Leave him sitting there. Just do the 2 parentheses first up. So this first guy goes to both, x squared minus 4x. He's done. And then this guy's going to go to both. Plus 4x minus 16. Checking. Now, look what happens in there. These guys cancel. You see that? See how we're just backtracking back to here now? That's why there's only 2 terms. There's no middle term because they cancel. They make them 0, negative 4x and plus 4x. And now last step, now let this 2 from the outside distribute in, and we'll get 2x squared minus 32. Check and check back to the original. It checks out. See that? It goes all the way back to the original. See how they all play their part? The 2 parentheses go back to x squared minus 16, and then the common 2 in the front distributes and goes all the way back to the very beginning. It's right. So this is the true answer. We just proved it. This is what multiplies to become that. So we call this the factorization. It's what would multiply to return. There we go.